There, I had to get off of the app and come back into the app to record it. No, also a male. Okay. So you're wanting to focus on the masculine energy. I would like to try to get somebody new. I do have Francisco already with Aileen. She knows that for sure. Alan, what is your relationship to Francisco? Actually, what is your relationship to Aileen? Masculine energy. Would one of these masculine energies that you were talking about, the two, would one of them be an uncle? I see like an older male too, and I don't know if these are really long shorts or what these are, but he's got really long shorts on. He does also have tattoos. So there's somebody that has tattoos and tattoos. I'm trying to figure what these are. I don't know if these are shorts or what they are. They're just super long. Francisco goes, yes, they're shorts. Long shorts. Friends. Okay, so you guys are just friends. Her brother is your best friend. Long shorts is Paco. That makes sense. Shorts equals Paco. Okay. Especially because of how he's like, yes, they're shorts. Just move on. So, oh yeah. So, was one of the masculines that you were searching for before an uncle? I'm just asking that to rule that out because instantly I wanted to ask if it was an uncle. Because it does feel relative. Freaking Paco. He goes, I could be his uncle. What of it? So, if we go back up, you said either two males, my friend or Eileen's dad. He's laughing at me is because of the fact that he's like, he already gave it to you. The friend isn't a female. You're not reading it right. He goes, he just said either two males, my friend or Eileen's dad. And then I asked if it was female. He goes, girl, where's the brain? Where's your brain right now? And I'm like, shut up, Paco. He's like, I could be his uncle if I wanted to. I mean, I'd whoop his ass if... Why? I don't want to laugh on camera because I'm gonna start wheezing. But he's like, I'd whoop his ass if I was there. So he says that he goes, you're a punk. I'm sorry, I don't know you and I don't know why he's doing this, but he goes, you're a punk. You don't listen. He's not like. He goes, I would never. He goes, I'm huge on integrity. Boy, you know for a fact that you have white lies. He's like, man, you're bad with your jokes. Oh, Paco is. I'm going to call him Francisco. He goes, no, you're going to call me Paco. I'm like, no, you're Francisco. I don't know what you're talking about. But I do want Paco to know that I would like to bring through the friend as well, because I do get Paco quite often. And of course, he's absolutely going to give you a message too. But I want to get that friend for you too, because I feel like that would be really important. Instantly, whenever I'm trying to channel that friend for you, I do want to get the friend's name too, because I'm feeling like I'm hearing like really loud, like huge noise, like a kind of noise. Like, I mean, instantly I could assume that this would be a gun, but I don't know what this is because of the fact that I feel very scared. Like, the way that he's presenting, they let go of emotional feelings and stuff, okay? So I don't feel like he's scared, but he's showing some type of intimidation. Eric? And I'm hearing loud gun noises. Yes, I'm right. Okay. So did he pass from a gunshot? But it wasn't self-inflicted, was it? because it didn't feel self-inflicted. It felt like it was outer source around him. No, dang it. Because whenever I'm sitting there asking if it was outer source, because it doesn't feel him. It doesn't feel like this would be something that he would even do. It would feel like this is so left field, like nobody would have expected this from him, because he doesn't give off that personality. Nobody would know that he's depressed like this because he doesn't show it. He's one of those high laughter type of persons, very high energy, love for life type of people. So I would have never picked that up. In fact, I heard a gun, but I would have never, for reals, what I was feeling is like I was on a basketball court and all of a sudden I felt like gunshots around me and fear. So he felt like he was being, so what would make sense to me is now I have like this huge urge to be like, he was feeling that he was being like hunted down, or like he was feeling like there was something that was coming for him and he just was so scared of it, which doesn't make sense because he seems like he's really strong, like a good strong mindset. So he said fear. Fear was the cause. What did you do? So his personality does not match this whatsoever. Now, the location in which he did this, okay, I'm seeing a lot of shiny floor. So I would ask and assume, is this a restroom? But I'm seeing like, you know, those white tiled floors that have like the little square tiles? I'm seeing that. So I know for a fact that he sees like a white tile. And I don't know if this is symbolism or where this would actually even go. So I'm going to write that down. White tiled floor. Yes, his dad found it. So it is in the bathroom. Okay. So then the white tiled floor may just be representation of trying to tell me, yes, link it with the bathroom. And he may not have white tiled floors, but for me, I would think of the floors only being tiled like that in a restroom. So he's trying to give me the confirmation, yes, it was in the restroom. So without a doubt, we know that we've got him. We're linking really good with him because I'm able to get things that are going with him. So that rules out what I was feeling. But then also, it's like he felt like this was the only option. Does that make sense? Like he was so afraid that like he felt there was no other option but this. Why though? Was there anybody that was trying to intimidate him? Anybody that would be around him? Like, not bullying, but like, because I get huge intimidation, was his reasoning. Huge intimidation. I don't even know if you would know this, but the entrance wound for the gun feels like it's on the head, because I keep on grabbing my head and it feels like that's where it was instead of it being the mouth. I'm not trying to be gruesome and I'm not trying to make you feel bad or anything like that, but it does. That's why it feels like outside sources, because it feels like it's somewhere on the head. Yes, okay, so that would be why it felt like outside source. And it makes sense for the intimidation. So, something that's like popping up over and over and over again in my head, but I'm just like not trusting it, is he saying that there was something that was owed to somebody. And I'm not trusting it because this is kind of giving me like links to things, and I'm just like, but were you though? Was this? So he owed somebody. Buddy something. And then he also goes, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel like that's for his mom. Because I was instantly thinking about his mom. Because I know you said his dad found him. But then I was like, I wonder what the relationship was like with his mom. And then as soon as I think of his mom, it goes, I'm so sorry. I don't know. Honestly, I know I popped that out there with how he owed somebody. I owed somebody something. I owed somebody respect, or I owed somebody loyalty. Okay, so now that we know that he's there, is there anything that you're wanting to ask him or anything that you're wanting to say specifically? Also, the basketball court is important. So he keeps on saying the basketball court is important, and I feel like this is between you two. I just know that he's trying to give some type of memory where, like, were you guys friends as kids, like growing up, like middle school or high school, and then you guys became friends like that? Because he's trying to show me like memories of, I don't know if it's like comedian or where you guys are like sitting there just, I don't know, messing back and forth where you're like teasing or antagonizing each other but having fun with it on the basketball court. Okay, so the last thing, that makes sense with the basketball court. Since middle school, okay, that makes sense, because I was getting like some childhood relationship where you guys genuinely felt like brothers, where you guys were always like, you guys not always where you guys were always together at each other's houses, but like where, you know, you guys would continuously always see each other, and you guys would always hang out, and you guys would always go and do stuff, and you guys would joke around each other. You guys had that sense of humor with each other where you guys could say something that would be like brutal, but you both would laugh about it. So that's what I'm getting from him. Did you guys have like a falling out or something? Or like because I think of like beef. And whenever I hear beef, I'm thinking like where you guys had like a disagreement. Because he's going, there's no beef. Like, it's just let go. It's like done with. I don't care about that. I don't know if there is something like that where there's like or where you guys stopped talking for a while. Some kind of distance between you guys where it happened, not right near where he passed, but like where it happened sometime in the relationship, and it's something you've always thought about. He goes, no, that had nothing to do with it. There's nobody affected my decision. I was afraid of something. And I mean, that would resonate as far as you guys not being able to talk, but I feel like there's something that happened in your guys' friendship sometime, and either you're thinking that kind of put him in the mindset of what he did, where you think that maybe he thought that you didn't care, but I don't know how to twist that. I really don't. I just know that he's giving something like that. Like, he's giving like, we're good. Nobody, he's trying to say nobody that I loved in my personal life, or nobody that I cared or respected, affected my decision. I was the fact that I was afraid. There was something that I was fearing. And that, like I said, that substitute that I give, the something, I'm not getting exactly what it is. I feel like it's a person. I do feel it's a person or a situation that he approached, and he did something that was going to catch up with him. Not something that he did bad. Like, I don't feel like it's something that he did bad. I feel like it's a person that he intimidated on accident. And not that he is gonna fear people, because he can definitely carry his own, but it was a drastic something. And then my physical mind starts going to like gambling, or the purchase of something, or where it's like I'm going to hold my tongue and not, but it feels like it's gang related, but then I also get like a no. I don't know if that would make sense. And that's why I keep on like holding it back, is because it does feel like it's gang related, but I just don't get that from him. I really don't. Okay. So would that make more sense with the he owed somebody something from before? Because that felt emotional. It didn't feel like it really linked up with that, but then also I didn't get the emotional thing until after I asked about the girlfriend. So I feel like it's two things. Okay, so then I'm gonna write that down next to the he owed somebody something. I swear to you, I wish that I would have just trusted my gut, because I wasn't confident with it in the beginning. And whenever I was getting that fear was the cause, I was really getting drastically that he was selling that, and that he accidentally like was missing something, or there was a count off or something. That felt like it was something that went with that, like something really drastic. But then here I am with my NCIS mind, where I'm like, nah, I watch too much TV. But wow. Paco's laughing at me right now. He is just having so much fun with this. He's like, we live on two different types of the world, my friend. And I was like, shut up, Paco. He goes, I could hear you. Now he's doing that thing again, Aileen, that I don't like. He's all, I can hear you say Paco all day long. Ooh, it gives me the creeps. Freaking man. But wow, like I said, my NCIS mind was just like, girl, you gotta stop watching this stuff, because it's influencing your decisions on your readings. But that does make sense with the fear. That was fear was the cause, because. And then he's laughing. He goes, you do know you can sell that and not be in a gang, right? Shut up, Paco. Ooh. And also, I want to circle back to the I'm so sorry, Mom. So did his mom completely like that? This is what my mind is going in now. Yeah, he can never be serious, ever. Like, he just cracks me up. But my mind is going like this now. Was the mom aware that her son or Eric was dealing that? And was she one of those that kind of stepped away from her son? Like, I love you, but I can't watch this. Or was it different? Because I'm so sorry, Mom. It's either because of the fact that he took his life, or it's because of the fact that, like, they had that drift in relationship because of his choices. And that would make sense, because he's trying to get her to know that he wishes he would have done differently. Only Theo. Oh, hi there. But with him, he definitely says that he really enjoyed the time that he had with you guys. Well, I don't know why he says you guys. But he says that he really likes the fact that, like, you were somebody he could count on. And he says, I didn't really have that many people to count on like that. And he goes, I'm not the sentimental type, but I definitely will say this, that he's a very good guy. Alan, I don't know, do they call you Al or Alan, or is it just Alan? Because it feels like he went to go call you some, like, nickname or something. But he says, I do know this, that he was a very loyal type of friend. Like, you could count on him. If you ever needed something, or you ever needed somebody to have your back, he had your back. And Paco goes, that's why he's a punk, that he doesn't listen. So I don't know what he's talking about there, but he definitely circled back to that whole punk thing. Yes, that's me. All right, my friend, did you have any questions or anything you wanted me to elaborate on? Is Paco proud of me? He goes, of course. He goes, what would I not be proud of? He goes, yeah, there's some stuff that you've got to work out, and there's stuff that you got to change, but that doesn't mean that I'm not proud. He goes, you're a very good person. You're always loyal. Obviously, you're loyal. I'm getting that from both ends now. He goes, but you're very loyal. You're very understanding, too. And he goes, you don't think with just hate in your mind. You think more of, like, family. And he goes, you're family to me. Now, I don't know if I'm about to put my foot in my mouth or something, but I don't know if this is Paco just stirring the pot, but Aileen, do you have a boyfriend? Hold on, nobody go scapulating or anything like that. Armando. You know what? I just did a reading for her. I know that he's there. Because freaking Paco. Because that's why I was like, hold on, nobody goes skipulating, is because I started getting like somebody coming in for Aileen that wanted to make sure she got a message too. I'm like, Aileen, do you have a boyfriend? I always read Armando. I know that he's there. But he just wants to pop in, and he's like offering you like some type of pink flower of some sort. It's just like something that looks like a star kind of, but he's offering you a pink flower. Telling you, I don't know if this is like Hermosa, 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 but he's giving you a pink flower, telling you that he's giving it to you. And Paco goes, stop being cheesy. He's like, I don't like you. Don't kiss ass. He's just joking. Paco does like him. He's just trying to. That's Paco. But that makes sense as to why the whole. Here's the flower. Aileen, hasn't he showed up in almost every single reading that somebody else has gotten now that you've referred? I think he does. I think he shows up every time that he knows that your energy is close. And I think that's the most beautiful thing. Tell him to be nice to my baby Armando. Whoa, Alan. I'm just kidding. I know it's you, Aileen. Paco goes, no, that's what I'm talking about. I like him. Yeah, he's always trying to talk to you. Well, Alan and Aileen, thank you guys very much for letting me read you. I really appreciate it.